because, man, you want to love your wife like Christ loved the church. It means that when your wife go out there cheating, you still love her. Now tell me how you can do that without the grace of God. So here's the most important marriage lesson I learned very early in my marriage that I think really helped me so far. I've not been married for long, but this is the lesson I learned early, and I think this has helped me and my wife to maintain a very cordial relationship. And this is it. Take for example, as humans, we want accolade for the things that we do. We want to be praised. You want your wife to appreciate you providing. You want your husband to appreciate you nurturing the home and all sorts of things that you might be doing for the house. But sometimes the accolades don't come, the praises don't come, and you might want to stop doing what you are doing, right? Because if they are not appreciating what I'm doing, then let me just stop. Which is not so, because there are some things in marriage that are just your duty. That they are just your duty. You can't stop doing them. Take for example, you have a kid, and sponsoring your kid to school, you are spending a lot of money on the kid, you're giving them everything you think the kid will need to grow up and make you proud. Let's just use that term, make you proud. But this kid keep failing in school. They'll come back with a report card filled with red, Then you, the parents, will be sad. You'll be like, this kid, I'm doing a lot to put you on. I'm doing a lot to make sure you are successful in life. But you keep on failing. You keep on letting me down. But you know that as the parent, you will not stop sponsoring that kid, right? Why? Why won't you stop? It's because it is your duty. It is your duty to take care of that kid. It is your duty. So either the kid appreciates it, it does not, the kid is making you proud or not, whatever it is that the kid is doing, it is your duty to sponsor your kid and take care of your kid. That same thing with marriage, right? There are some things that are just the duty. Yeah, your duty as a man. There are some things that are your duty as a woman. It's just how life works, right? They are just your duty, and you can't shy away from them. And even no matter how much you are spending, how well you are doing, it does not stop. It doesn't. It does not stop you from doing what you should be doing. And what actually makes me record this video is when I was thinking about a conversation I had with one of my mentors, and I was pointing out the fact that the Bible instructed men to love their wife like Christ loved the church. Now, how did Christ love the church? Number one, Christ loved the church when the church wanted to murder Christ. Christ loved the church when the church was misbehaving. Christ loved you when you were still a sinner. Christ loved you when you stop coming to church. Christ loved you, right? It's just there, like it is your duty. So now, imagine how much Christ loved the church. Christ came to save the church. He came to save people, and these same people crucified Christ. They killed him. When Pilate was like, do you want Barabbas or want Jesus? They chose Barabbas. She said Barabbas. They chose the thief, I mean. So, it's about duty, right? As the husband, if you're looking at it from that perspective, it is insane. Because it means even when your wife is doing something wrong to you, you have to still love your wife. Yes, that's what Christ will do. That's what Christ will do, even when you were misbehaving. So it means even when you're trying to pass a message across to your wife and she's not getting it or she's not doing something right, yes, you still have to love her because it is your duty, just like Christ loved the church. So when we look at marriage when I look at marriage from that perspective, I feel like, wow, it is actually a lot of work. It is insane. It is a load of work for you to do. And if you're not ready for all of this, don't just get in. I don't believe you should do it if you're not ready, because those perspectives, when you look at it from that angle, you know that the work they're requiring you to do, I don't even think you can do it with flesh, right? But you need grace of God and all of these things, because, man, You want to love your wife like Christ loved the church. It means that when your wife go out there cheating, you still love her. Now tell me how you can do that without the grace of God. Tell me how you gonna do that without grace, right? You can't do that. As human being, you can't. But the Bible is saying you should love her the way Christ loved the church. So that's one of the things I kind of just remember today, and I was like, let me just share with you guys that it is the instructions of the Bible about marriage, the duties required of you. Like a woman should honor the husband, the husband should love a whole lot of these instructions. And men, do not chase women because they are real kings. Don't give your money to alcohol. A whole lot of these instructions are in the Bible. There's nothing that you need in this life. There's nothing in the Bible. Yes, when you read books like 12 Rules for Life, 5 a.m. Club, and all of these self-help books, you should go double check in the Bible, and you find them in the Bible. Most of the stories that Robert Greene have in his books, like Laws of Human Nature and Co., you can double check. There are similar stories to that. A narcissistic person, you find them in the Bible. There's nothing you are facing that does not have solution for you in the Bible. But I just remember that marriage perspective, and I was like, wow. Because it was one of my. I'm going to release the podcast very soon, where I and we're talking, and I just remember the conversation. I was like, is it possible? Is it possible for a man to do it? Can you love your wife when your wife is cheating? Because that is what the Bible is instructing us to do. That is your duty. And to be honest, if everybody just uphold their duty, the wife uphold her own duty, the man is doing his own duty, you see that the marriage will actually last long, and they will stand the test of time, because you will continue to do your duty even when you are not getting accolades, right?